The Saints lost, but the defense, Andrew, had 5 sacks. So I have to do 5 shots of Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey during this live stream. It was nice knowing y'all. Selly, get my affairs in order. Thomas, hit that intro.
Welcome to Saints Happy Hour Podcast. We never trade up.
If there was a path to give up 3 first-round picks to get Jaden Daniels, I would do it. And I would pick Jaden Daniels.
Now grab a drink and enjoy the show.
All right, everybody, welcome to another edition of Saints Happy Hour Podcast. As always, we are presented by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey and Chilton County Peach Whiskey. I'm Ralph Marlborough. I'm joined by the whole crew, Andrew, Dave, Kevin, Thomas running the show back in Poland. Hi to everyone in the chat. I see a ton of people. I see Ambush. Sorry I couldn't meet up with you at the game, Ambush. I see Jerry. I see K-Man. I see Jason Champagne. I see Dustin J. I see CK. Just a ton of people in the chat, guys. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. On tonight's show, did the Cardinals game give you hope or scare you for what's to come? Spencer Rattler stands worse than Jameis stands? We're going to preview the 49er game. They're going to be facing McCorkle Jones potentially, and we'll have your questions. As always, if we reach $100 in donations, I will drink something horrible the patrons have sent me. No, I won't. Andrew has graciously volunteered to do it because I have to drink 5 shots of Hard Hide Strawberry Whiskey and Peach whiskey. I will do 5 shots. I will do one every 10 minutes. We'll get to the first one.
I was going to say, how are you going to do this? Are you going to space this out?
I'm going to space it. I'm going to do one right now. But Thomas, how far are we away from the crippled run?
All right, so the crippled run is 48 weeks away. We are on a 108-week donation streak. As you can see, since we started the regular season, the board is clear. You can become the first MVP of the 2025 season tonight.
So I'm doing the Chilton County Peach to start. John is very excited. He was texting me all during the Saints game. He was super excited as the sacks climbed and my shots climbed. He got more and more excited. So here's the first one. This is the peach. It's delicious. Here we go.
All right. Well, look, while you do that, and we're not going to be doing a puke. We're not going to be doing a puke meter on any of these.
No, he's drinking something delicious, and I got to say,
Dave,
he kind of gets off easy because, yeah, he's got to do 5, but he gets to drink something delicious, and it's the same 5. I have to drink. There's nothing I hate more than eggnog. I hate eggnog, and what I have today is Old Smoky Moonshine Shine Nog. So it's not going to be as high a percentage, but it's
going to be gross.
It's going to be gross. And you know what? I'd rather do 5 shots of, our sponsor.
Yeah, Hard Hide.
I'd rather do that.
It's 80. Mine's 86 proof. Here's the thing, though, Andrew. You're doing non-holiday eggnog. That's really gross. I'm
also drinking mezcal. So, mixing
those two don't mix. Those two don't mix. Wait, I wanted to. We're burying the lead here. Our buddy Kevin, who has a shit-eating grin on his face this whole time. I don't know why, but it's his birthday today.
That's right.
Yay, happy birthday!
I want to point out that you don't look a day over 50, so you look great, Kevin. And thank you for wearing your finest maroon T-shirt today.
Trim the tech.
Appreciate that.
Oh, wow.
Which one of those is Train Girl? This is why you gotta watch the YouTube. You can't
That's
be.
right.
That's
You gotta watch YouTube. Thomas has photoshopped Kevin's
literally
face.
That hat
he
is so small on my head in that photo.
If you're not watching the video and you're only listening on audio, what you're missing right now is a couple sexy nurses on either side of Kevin with the happy birthday graphics. So,
Trollops. Great word.
This
Great
feels
word.
perfect. Happy birthday, Kevin. We love you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did Train Girl get you anything special for your birthday?
She actually did. We went to lunch
Oh,
at a gyro place near my work, and
Was that because she had dinner plans with her other boyfriend?
Gyro?
I don't know.
Are you
That's how I've
serious?
said it. I've heard people
Gyro,
call it
you mean?
gyro, and I'm like, that can't be
No,
right.
Was it
it's
gyro.
Gyro.
Gyro, right?
No, it's
No, it's
Yes, it's
gyro. It's gyro.
no, it's not. And you're Polish, so shut the
is.
fuck up.
It is gyro.
Okay, stop. And the wait, lunch plans only because she was busy she had dinner plans with her other boyfriend, or what was going on?
No,
there?
she was working on this side of the river and was in my neck of the woods. So whenever when that happens,
to catch.
yeah.
Was she working the streets?
Hey, Aldi
Was she
Marino
working
in the
streets?
chat. The Polish guy is closer to Greece. Listen to the man. Come on,
right.
guys.
That doesn't mean anything.
Touche, Tomas.
That doesn't mean anything. Ralph is the closest one out of all of us to Mexico, and he doesn't speak a goddamn word of Spanish.
Tough
Yeah,
but
San
fair.
Antonio Saints, thanks for $10 donation. Happy birthday to Kevin from San Antonio Saints.
Hey, I got news for you, Dave. If Ralph can't speak a word of Spanish, that means he speaks it better than English.
I can't even say Chipotle. I mean,
Andrew's,
Oh wait, you just did say it right there.
All right.
Andrew's video froze, but it's moving like his lip is quivering right now, so that's pretty good.
And you got, is my audio good?
Yeah, your
audio's
audio's
fine.
fine.
Yeah,
Your video
your audio's
just looks
good.
terrible. You basically look like somebody needs to put another Nintendo
No, I
cartridge
see it. I see it. I don't know.
Pull it
what-
out.
I need to blow.
Pull
I
it
need to
out. Blow
on
on
top
it. Put it
of
back
yours
in.
and just slam it down.
Yeah.
And actually,
Anywho, we met
All right.
we met for lunch at a gyro place, and I go in there, and she's got a
Are you saying
birthday.
gyro? Hold on. Are you saying gyro? Are you pronouncing a hard G?
Yeah, I'm saying gyro.
No, I think it's
That's not how you
gyro, like a Y, like a year, like a silent
Well, I
G.
always thought it was
What
like
the
an
fuck?
H, like hero.
All right, whatever. Gyro, hero, gyro, whatever.
Gyro.
The Greek food. I walk into the place,
None of us can agree on this. I love that we have four different pronunciations. That's
and
great.
she's got a birthday bag on her arm, and I'm like, oh, what's that? She's like, I got you a present. I'm like, you didn't have to get me a present. She's like, I know, but I got you one anyway. Okay, fine. She got me a card. It had a very nice little message in there. She got me a massage gun.
Oh, like,
Oh, so
She-
that's how it's called now.
That's
Yeah, a
life-changing.
Farragut.
She got her a massage gun.
No, she got me.
did she actually get you a Theragun, or was it the knockoff brand?
I think it was a knockoff.
Okay,
Still though, life changing.
that's
So
Are they really life changing?
Yes.
yes.
Because she had overheard me say something about getting a massage gun like once or twice, like months ago.
Wow.
Something she kept hearing you say about this pain in your ass all the time, so she was like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah,
we got to do something to take care of this."
yeah. And she's like, "Why do you call your pain in the ass Dave?"
I'm surprised she didn't give you a bag of draft picks. I hear you always talking about trading down. Here's a bag of 4th round picks.
But it was very nice of her, and it's appreciated, and it will be
You
put
know
to
what would have
use.
been if she really loved Kevin? You know what she would do is she would buy him like the premium mock draft, whatever website, for a $20
Yeah,
a
the
month
subscription.
Gets him all
Right.
the bells and whistles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of bells
Anyway.
and whistles, Dave. Speaking of
Good
bells and
segue.
whistles,
It's actual
Yeah.
Saints talk.
Dave, my son enjoyed the game very much. Gumbo got lost. He wandered up to the terrace with the pores, and we got a cute little photo of Max with Gumbo. Look how adorable he looks. But he was clearly lost. I mean, being up there with the pores, he wanted to get the hell out of there.
Yes, he does look adorable, and Max looks pretty good too.
That's right. But Dave, can the Saints build off a decent week 1 showing, or was the close loss to Arizona as good as it's going to get?
I don't. Look, I have no idea. This is a ludicrous question to even try to answer because nobody really knows. You and I were both at the game, and look, I'll share my quick thoughts on it. We were talking beforehand. Ralph and I didn't agree on how the capacity of the Superdome. I thought it was maybe at 70 or 75% capacity. Ralph thought there were maybe more people up there.
Maybe.
I don't know. I can't see all the way up there where you are from down in my seats, Ralph. So it's hard to tell how many people are up there. So maybe you're a better judge.
Are they sold out again this year?
They
like
are.
in terms of
Yes.
they are.
So I'm glad you mentioned that, because I wanted to bring this up because they announced it as the 20th straight sold out season since 06. But am I wrong? Isn't there like one or two larger brokers ticket brokers that have bought out whatever's left so that it appears to be a sold out season, but it's not really sold out?
I would.
So I mean, this is one of the greatest lies that they're telling us.
Right. I think it was probably 80%, 75, 80% full. Like they had some gaps in the
Okay, but regardless of what it was yesterday, can we stop with this sold out season bullshit? You're not fooling anybody. Stop with this. Like, we know the ticket brokers have purchased whatever is remaining. Like that doesn't really count as a sold out season. It's disingenuous at best to me. You don't have to lie to us. We know the team is mediocre at best. We know they're whatever. We're still gonna come. You've still got us. You're the only decent professional sports franchise in the city. Don't lie to us. Don't piss on our leg and tell us it's raining. These seasons aren't sold out. Like, just like this is it to me. It's just like it highlights, it illustrates just how stupid this franchise thinks we are as fans. Like, they really just think we are the stupidest people in the world.
We think Spencer Rattler is good, so we are pretty stupid.
I don't think that. But anyway, but going back to the
Ralph, go ahead and take your second shot.
Oh yeah, here we go.
But going back to the actual game, look, I was fully intending to sit there and watch us just get mauled, just get murdered. I was not expecting anything. So even though we were losing at halftime, we were still kind of in it. It was close. Good job, Ralph. I was actually pleasantly surprised. I was pleasantly surprised at not necessarily how well we played, but just that we were in it, and obviously I was even more pleasantly surprised that we gave ourselves a chance to win at the end. Juwan Johnson didn't come down with the catch. Yes, it was a tough catch. I see it from both ways. Like, yes, it's your job to make that catch and the ball's in your hands. So at that point, I think you've got to come down with it. But obviously there's a defender there whose job it is also to make sure you don't come down with it. So
if it's wait, hold on. I'm not done yet. Okay, go ahead.
Look, but the point is like, at the end of the day, I think I'm like you, Ralph. I'm leaving this game. I'm walking out of the dome slightly encouraged. I want to temper that. I want to make sure that the emphasis is on the word slightly. I don't think we're now going to go 8-9 or 7-10 or anything like that. I still have us at 3 wins, 4 wins, or whatever. I thought this was one of the more winnable ones. I predicted us to win, but I was at least slightly encouraged. Spencer Rattler, if nothing else, he's got no quit in him. You know, we saw it in the preseason game. They came back to tie it. They didn't win it, but they came back to tie it. At the very least, this team and Spencer Rattler do not give up, and they played to the last whistle, and I can appreciate that and I can respect that.
Oh, it's an
interception!
I like the new user drink.
Whoa, Schmengi! 40 Canadian dollars super chat. Thanks, Schmengi.
And I think that I think there's plenty of room for improvement. I think when you get receivers like Ville, and they're in the system a little bit longer, I think he'll be better. I think he'll help. But look, long story short is, I was happy with what I saw and the product, and now I have to, as promised, we have our new. This is Penny, our new puppy. There she is. Look, she's literally 1 pound. Like 8 ounces or whatever, so yeah, I could probably ship her first class mail.
Interception! Has Ralph become a Rattler stan?
Whoa, Rat Pack! 20!
No. We need more of the dog. We need more dog because you put the dog on the screen and we got a donation. So we need more dog.
I don't appreciate that question.
First time donation.
I just said Rattler did a good job of not getting sacked. which I had said all offseason, and he did it. Like, I'm not necessarily a Rattler fan, but I don't need to be right. Like, if he can build on it and be better, it's good. But here's the thing, Andrew, the reason I'm concerned for the Saints, and I have a little nagging fear, is Annie Agar said today, or is that how you say her name? She said the Saints lost to a Labubu. They lost to a Labubu. Kyler Murray's like 3 feet tall.
What is a labubu?
Well, Kevin, if you had children, you would know. A
Little
Labubu.
Oh, you don't know? You don't know what a labubu is?
No, I know.
Maybe
I
I'll
don't
get
know what
Blair
a
back in here.
Looking.
Oh.
It's a monster looking. If a girl has it, it's a stuffed animal. If a boy has it, it's called a stuffy. And you clip it to your school bag, and it's like a monster, and it has like really weird looking teeth, and it's super popular.
And Blair will explain what a labubu does.
Okay, wait, hang on. Dave's.
Labubu's are like these monsters that have like a bunch of different series of like, and like they're like these furry monsters that like are keychains kind of.
Mhm.
And yeah, they're like accessories that you can put on stuff.
And they're like this
They're not
tall.
electronic,
They're like taller than Kyler Murray.
I don't.
They're taller than Kyler Murray. They're taller than that. They're taller
So
than that.
hang on a second. I have my trusty Jushin Thunder Liger keychain that
You guys are dorks.
that my friends got me when they went to Japan many years ago. So
they're
are you telling me
weebs.
that? Are you telling me that keychain Jushin Thunder Liger is a labubu?
No. Labubu is like
a stuffed
specific
animal.
Yeah.
It's a stuffed
but
animal.
Labubu
Okay.
is a specific. It's not a generic word for monster on a keychain. It's a specific.
It all
that
adds
it?
up to the
Brand.
same thing. You guys are in Gryffindor.
Is that
That's
the
what
thing?
it adds up to.
That's
I'm
it.
surprised you don't have a
You're a
Labubu
bunch
for
of
Lila, your
dorks.
daughter. I'm surprised your daughter doesn't have a Labubu doll,
No,
Mr. Bougie.
I think she's into it. I think she has one.
So wait a second. So why do these things kind of look like where the wild things are?
They kind of are. It's like a Wild Things knockoff. Everything that's old is new again, Kevin.
Yeah.
There's no.
So wait.
there's
So
no
so if a
original
girl
idea.
has one, it's called one thing. But if a boy owns one,
Well,
it's
no,
called
if a girl
something
has it,
different.
it's a stuffed animal. If
No.
a boy has it, it's a stuffy. That's just like,
Wait, what?
Okay.
I don't know where you're getting that from.
Yeah, I was
All
gonna
right.
say don't listen to Ralph.
Those are not real rules.
Ralph has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah,
something I made up.
Yeah.
I read it on the internet. It was AI from Google. It must be true. But Andrew, the defense looked good for the Saints. They held Arizona to 20 points. The run defense was good except for the one long run. But I just get the sinking. I get this sinking feeling that when they play a quarterback that can drop back and throw the ball, and Kyler Murray cannot do that, that I worry that these corners are going to get lit up.
Making it rain. I mean, I hear you. Thank you, by the way, K-Man, for your $19.99 donation. Yeah, look, I think it's. I don't know. I think it could be kind of funny if you look at Brock Purdy. He's on the injury list. I actually would find it funnier if he played because you'll recall that Adam Schefter tweeted out that Murray before the game had a severe illness, that he was going to play, but that he wasn't 100%. He then turns around and lights up the Saints. So if Purdy plays and lights us up, we might have back-to-back weeks of quarterbacks barely being able to function and still lighting up the Saints. So you said at the top of your question that the defense looked good. I have to question: does the defense look good, or is the quarterback we're playing compromised? But look, I mean, I don't think Arizona, and I think Kyler Murray is a decent player, but I don't think Arizona's world beaters. I don't think they're a threat to make the playoffs, win a Super Bowl, anything like that. But I think they're an average to above average team, and I think the Saints competed with that. So I don't know. We don't need to take it any further. I think that's encouraging. Like, I don't look at that game and say, oh, when they play a real quarterback, they're going to get lit up. I look at it as that was encouraging. So, there was a lot of things that the Saints did in that game to beat themselves. Missing a field goal, 13 penalties. Thankfully they didn't turn the ball over. I thought when you throw the ball 50 times and you're averaging 4.6 yards a pass, you're really not trying very hard. So it's a very, very conservative attempt. I'm hoping that as the games progress, they'll go for it a little bit more. And that's look, it's sink or swim, right? Like Rattler's either going to look better or he's going to start turning the ball over and we're going to get a new QB pretty quick.
Well, that's the question, Kevin.
Quick
That's
question.
It's a $10,000 question. How much better can Rattler get? You know, like how much?
I would say he can get marginally better, which would put him as capable.
He was 19th in QBR this week, which is the highest he's ever been.
Right.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
that's okay.
He was also 28th in yards per attempt. So
yeah, I mean, he definitely was not.
I got a bone to pick though, real quick with Jeff Duncan. I don't know if you guys saw this tweet by Jeff Duncan.
Yeah.
I mean, this was one of the most absurd tweets I think I've ever seen, where he throws out, and this is about Juwan Johnson. If Juwan Johnson had come down with that catch, it might have gone down as the greatest catch in Saints franchise history. Considering the consequences and the degree of difficulty, what are you talking about? Like
the consequences.
What is that guy?
The consequences.
What is that guy smoking? Who has
the
a
week one 2-point conversion
Who
exists?
has naked pictures of him? What has he done? Who knows? And how are they blackmailing him? What is that?
I mean, that's absurd.
Yeah, that was a weird tweet.
I mean,
that was weird.
Lance Moore in the Super Bowl. I'm trying to think.
Well, no, did he say in the Superdome? Did he say in the Superdome?
No, he just says in franchise
I
history.
just saw today is the 24th anniversary of Albert Connell's one great play with the Saints. Before he robbed Deuce McAllister the money, he made an incredible catch against the Bills. Like that's absurd. Like, I mean, it would have been a great catch. I'm not gonna, but like bested ever. No, that's absurd.
In franchise history, could have turned everything around. Juwan Johnson is now, the point that we will all look back on. That moment of him missing that catch, we're all going to look back 20 years from now. We're going to be looking back and be like, could you imagine what if Juwan Johnson had just made that catch? Like everything would be different. Everything would be different.
If they're 0-9,
I just don't get. I don't get like this. So Juwan Johnson is making a healthy amount of money, right? Like he got paid this offseason. 10
million, yeah.
Does Juwan Johnson, does he want to be Kobe Fleener or Brandon Coleman? Like, is that what he wants to be seen as? Or does he want to be seen as Jimmy Graham or Marcus Colston? Because Jimmy Graham and Marcus Colston, Saints legends, I saw them make that catch countless times. You know who I saw not make that play countless times? Brandon Coleman and Kobe Fleener. So, I get it. We don't have to go nuts and crush him for dropping that pass, but that's what he is. He's overpaid.
I saw Jared Cook make that catch.
He's Kobe Fleener. If he wants to be Jimmy Colston, if he wants to be remembered like that, you got to make that catch. So, you pick, buddy.
I'm not going to rag on Juwan. Tough catch to make, but I mean,
it is a tough catch.
It is. And obviously, there's a guy that's defending you, whose job it is for you to not make the catch. So it's not like you're out there on an island by yourself. But Spencer Rattler, it was a great throw. It was a perfect throw. It was a dime, and the one before that was good too, I believe. Yeah, but it was a dime. It was placed perfectly. And there's a photo where Juwan's got it in his hands all by himself. As he's coming down with it. And I'm sorry, but I'm just of the belief. Yes, I know there's a guy knocking it out, but if you've got it in your hands, your job is to bring it into your body and secure that ball. And it's not supposed to, nobody should be knocking it out.
He kind of did the hardest part. He got both hands on it, high point,
catching it is the hard
down to his body. That to me, that was the hardest part. He did all the things. And then, then it's just okay, the ball's trapped against your body.
Who does go for $10
Jason Champagne
super
says,
chat, taking us over the edge. Shut the fuck up, Ralph.
All right.
Bringing you closer to your crippled run.
Wow. Oh, wow. You got the wheel that spins now. We count down during the show. That's amazing. Oh, well, only the best. All right, Andrew.
It was always
Andrew,
like that, but yeah.
Time to go.
From the first day I made it, man.
All right, Andrew. And then I got something else to say about the game too. Go ahead, Andrew. Come on, what do you
This is disgusting trash.
meth
Ralph,
knock.
do you want to do your third shot while I do this at the
Yeah,
same
you might
time?
as well. It's been about
Tell
10
me when
minutes.
you're ready.
All right, cheers, Ralph. Hold on. Let me open this.
Is Andrew doing a puke meter?
Yeah, here we
He
go.
can.
Oh God, you know what this smells like?
What if Andrew
This
pukes?
This smells like if butterscotch was mixed with dirty feet.
Ew. All right, here we go.
That's
Ready?
weird.
All right, ready?
You
On
had me
three.
at butterscotch.
1, 2. Oh, there we go.
He's like, fuck
I'm
you,
watching
Ralph.
Juge just looks. Juge
Tomas.
looks like somebody put the salad fork and is using that for dinner.
Jason Champagne says Juwan's new
awful.
nickname should be Kobe Tweener.
San Antonio Saint was asking what I'm drinking. This is called Old Smoky Moonshine.
Ralph drank it
it's-
like a
it's-
couple times, I think.
It's a
gross.
shine nog.
It's gross.
It
It's
is.
gross.
It is really bad.
It's really gross. It's really gross.
horrible. Horrible.
What about the puke meter, Andrew?
I mean, I wasn't close to puking. I'd give it a 5.
Five? Alright.
It was distasteful, but I didn't like have a reversal of fortunes like Ralph has a lot of times.
Right.
Okay.
You know,
This,
it's
you know what?
the mailbag might be
It's kind
problematic.
of creamy, so it went down smoothly. You know what I mean? It
That's
just
what
tasted
she
better.
said. Look, I took my son to the game. He's been coming to a lot of the Saints games with me, so this wasn't his first rodeo. He was, and look, I this is the last thing I'll say about the game, if we want to put it to bed. But you know, he was ready to leave. I was almost ready to leave, and I said, "No, I want to. Let's just stay for this one drive. And look, I'm glad we did. The Saints almost were able to teach my son a lesson about leaving early and sticking with it, and not leaving early and sticking with it, and you know, never giving up. Because my son had his phone out, he was videoing the play and us on that last second on the last play when Juwan caught the pass and then dropped it, and he was like freaking out because he thought he caught it, and then I was like, no, he dropped it, and the whole thing was.
Hey, you should have sent me that video, man. If you take videos like that, send it to me, man.
Dylan, send me the video. Do you still have it? Can you text me that video?
Andrew, it gets lost to history, but Brian Bresee, he blocked another kick where he jumps over the line. The dude is like 6'3", 300 pounds. He did the thing where he jumps over the line and blocked it again. My son was mesmerized.
He just hurdled that dude.
He's like,
I didn't even know you could
like
do
a
that.
grizzly bear.
I guess you can't do that over the center, but you can do it over anybody else.
Yeah. Kevin,
just
how long
heard of
before
that, bro.
Goodell bans that play so Bresee can't be doing that anymore?
Yesterday. Oh, you didn't see they banned it yesterday. They rules committee already came down. They were like, we can't have any of this.
The officials during the game were like, hey, can we just make the rule right here, right now, so that we can flag the Saints for a 17th time and give them another shot at making the field goal?
They haven't gotten.
Dude, that play was insane. I mean, come on, Kevin, like that. Like,
No, I'm saying they haven't gotten they haven't gotten rid of the tush push yet. I don't think they're going to get this one yet. So, yeah,
I
mean,
hope they
great,
don't. I hope they don't.
Great.
I mean that.
No, I hope not either, because the league should want awesome shit like this to happen.
Yes.
You want awesome shit like this to happen. A guy
I
storming the
can't
line.
imagine anything more entertaining than that.
I mean, a Hail Mary, perhaps,
Saints running it back
but I
for
mean,
a
those
touchdown
happen by the
would've been more
dozen.
entertaining.
Dave's
Listen,
busy sending me the video.
Dave, I mean, yeah, Dave, I have to go get 2 more shots because I have 5 to do.
Pace yourself,
So
man.
I'm gonna. What?
I said this in the post game, but I feel like this was a big mistake by Ralph to equate shots and sacks. This is not the game to do it because you have a mobile quarterback where, you might have a quarterback where, yes, he's a pocket passer, so he's maybe a little bit more of a statue, but he's doing a good job of getting it out. Like, I feel like Jaden Daniels would be a bad guy, even though he's a great quarterback. Like, he would be a bad guy to do this bet because I just feel like Kyler Murray, like, he runs around, he evades a bunch, he doesn't throw the ball.
Yeah.
And then he runs out of bounds for a yard loss, and that gets counted as a sack. So, like, I feel like the Saints got a couple, I said this on the post game, they got a couple, like, cheap garbage sacks in this game that equate to shots for Ralph. And these weren't, like, legit, he got hit in the backfield sacks.
Well, I mean, me making a bad decision, that's not new. San Antonio State, I am drunk. Here's the thing. I'm going to ask you guys this question, then I'm going to go get the last two shots. Kevin.
Yes.
Who on Saints Twitter is worse?
Oh, boy.
Rattler stands or Jameis stands? Y'all take the floor. I'm going to go get two more shots.
Rattler stands.
Two more in a row?
I would say Rattler stands. Like, the Jameis stands, I don't know. The Jameis stands never, except for the Jameis 101
There's
guy.
only one true Jameis stand. Let's be real.
Yeah, I feel like Jameis 1 of 1 ruined Jameis for me all on his own. I feel like Rattler is ruining Rattler by himself. Like, I don't really need his stands to turn me off on him. I can just watch him play. But, I don't know. I do think it's I think it's bizarre that there's so many people on Twitter that are enamored with Rattler and convinced that he's the one. I mean, he's 0-7 now. Like, dude can't win a game.
Right. I would like him to win games. I would like him to win. Look, if you told me, the Saints are gonna somehow win the next 10 straight with Rattler under center, I would say, great, sign me up for it. Rattler could throw for 200 per game. He could throw for 300 per game. It don't matter. Are the Saints winning? Great. I look at it as irrespective of how the guys are playing in terms of who's more annoying. Like, Jameis was, you would get the full Jameis, but the people who were clamoring for Jameis never annoyed me to the degree that the people clamoring for Rattler were. Because when the people clamoring for Jameis could actually point to things that have happened on the field and say, Jameis did this good thing, or
Yes.
the team won games while Jameis was the quarterback. They could point to actual, what do you call that? Empirical evidence to show, yes, Jameis has done good things on the football field. Whereas the Rattler people, it's just
The
like
Rattler people just try to deflect blame, saying it's not his fault because
it's the Robin Williams scene from Good Will Hunting. It's not your fault, Spencer. It's not your fault.
Look,
Spencer,
I'm certainly not a Rattler stan by any means, but I mean, I'm thinking about it. If Juwan Johnson makes that catch, and if the Saints win this game, I think everybody's view of Rattler is completely flipped. I think everybody is like,
I think that's fair.
And
He's gutsy.
Okay.
He's a winner.
No, look,
Maybe not a winner. That's too far.
I'm speaking for myself now, and so the whole thing is like, he basically, even though the Saints didn't win that game, he basically did what he took the Saints down. He threw the ball into Juwan Johnson's hands in the end zone for what should have been not the tying score, but the chance to get the tying score. I mean, other than that one dropped catch that isn't on him, he kind of did everything else to win this game, surprisingly, miraculously. Well, I'm just saying. So the stands have kind of a leg to stand on here, I think.
Here's the thing, Dave. The average NFL quarterback averages 7.1 yards per pass. That's like dead in the middle average.
Per pass or per attempt?
Per attempt. Sorry, per attempt.
Okay.
He last year he was at around 5.6. He was like 50th out of 55 qualifying QBs. All right. On Sunday, he averaged worse than that at 4.6 per attempt. That ranked him 28th of the 32 starting quarterbacks. So, like, the dude isn't getting any yards per attempt. So, like, objectively, if you look at it under that metric, he is not a good quarterback. He's not making plays. I said this in the postgame. His two best throws, in my opinion, were a throw to Shaheed in the end zone when they were down 20-10. Arguably, you could have gotten pass interference there. There was kind of a ticky-tacky, like I've seen that flagged a million times. No flag.
Yes, absolutely.
It kind of hits Shaheed in the hands. I mean, again, like kind of like Jawan, but I would say maybe even a tougher catch. So, like, it wasn't a high probability catch, but like it was a catch, but it was a catchable ball. Like, he could have come down with it. And then Jawan, we all agree, was a dime. So, yes, like, there is a world where those two catches are made and the Saints win and he has two touchdown passes. And I agree with you, Dave. We're talking about this in a completely different way. The flip side of that is there's a ticky-tacky flag that negates an awful interception that he threw. There was a very near fumble on a running play where his elbow hits the ground before the ball pops out. There were a couple other defenders get their hands on the ball. So, it's like we can play that game. There was also a number of plays where he was this close to it kind of being disastrous. And so, I feel like those even out. But yeah, I agree with you. Like, we could be like full doomsday if it went in one direction and full like excited about him if it went in another. So
yeah, and there's not much difference between those two situations.
Yeah. Okay. But at the end of the day, it's the yards per attempt is like when you have so, I think a big thing that people say is, well, he didn't have his full arsenal. He didn't have playmakers. He never played with Olave and Shaheed. Well, he played with them, and Cooks, Shaheed, and Olave, all three were under 10 yards per catch. You have field stretching, route running, speedy receivers, and they're all catching underneath shit. And like, to me, it's like the quarterback isn't even getting the full expression of those guys. So I don't know if we blame it on the play caller. I don't know if we blame it on the offensive line, but at some point, like, we're not getting the yards per attempt and we're finishing the game with 13 points. So, it's got to be better.
Here's my biggest fear with Rattler, Dave.
Coach better. Do your job. That's what it's about.
By the way, non-sequitur. Watching the Bears defense collapse was so amazing. It was like watching going out to a club and your ex is drunk and belligerent, and you're like, I made the right decision. I'm not with her anymore. Like, it was incredible yesterday watching.
Well, and they collapsed. I believe they collapsed right after the announcers were like giving Dennis Allen his flowers and saying nice things about him.
Well, actually, I think the collapse started right after Ralph tweeted that Dennis Allen could take 4 random people and turn them into a competent secondary.
Yeah, that exact moment. I was like, you could go to Home Depot and pick up 4 dudes.
How do we feel about Kellen Moore not calling any timeouts before halftime? Like, do we feel like he's telling us he doesn't like Rattler? Because that's what it felt like to me.
Yes. I feel like Kellen Moore, I believe he looks at every Saints game and is like, how do I get this game to the 5-minute mark and it's a 1-score game? And then we'll see if chaos can happen. We can win the game. And if you view every decision he makes with the clock or otherwise through that lens, it makes sense. Like, he doesn't trust Rattler. Like, if Arizona scores and there's like, and he uses the timeout, so there's like a minute and a half left, and the Saints get the ball back and they go 3 and out, and Arizona uses all 3 of their timeouts and gets the ball back with 45 seconds left and scores again, the game's pretty much over. So like,
Right.
you know, I mean, I get like,
I mean,
that's
if
no,
Bresee
I
doesn't
wouldn't
make
call
that
them.
block kick. It's
Yeah, like I wouldn't coach like that, but he does.
I will say this, Ralph. I will say two more things. Number one, we have to remember that Rattler was picked in the 5th round, and
that's right.
He like I feel like they're getting good value. Like he's clearly demonstrated that I don't think he's a starter, but he's clearly like a guy that could be a decent backup in his career.
He's
so
gonna play a decade. He's gonna be a backup. He's got a career.
Yeah, like that's a good pick. So, I get like let's be honest and realistic about where he was drafted and what he's giving the Saints now, and overall, like I think that's pretty good. But you know, it's funny. I mean, this is the flip side of it. I feel like so many Carr haters last year. I mean, it was such a common refrain talking about hospital balls. And if Derek Carr was like some amateur painter, and like Rattler just put the Mona Lisa out on hospital balls, because like literally like
can we talk about that?
4 times where he hung his receiver out to die in that game.
I mean, that's
I think you guys absolutely crushed.
I think it's he did do that, and I feel like we've seen that before, and you know, I don't know what it is. I don't know why a quarterback does that, or how he does that, or what's the explanation behind it. But Olave, I would like to, I guess, give. I thought he was done for the season again. I thought we'd lost him again week 1. I want to at least give a little credit to Olave, because, you know, I sit behind the bench. He was dealing, I don't know what he was dealing with, multiple things. I think, you know, I bring this up because he took that crazy hit on that one play. But I mean, he deserves flowers because he still kept going out there. I couldn't believe that he kept going out there. I applaud him for that. He's very tough. He probably shouldn't be going out there. Maybe that's why he's had so many concussions. Maybe because he goes out there and plays when maybe he should play. But you know, I was glad to see him really battle it. I mean, he really epitomized you know, toughness there, I think, with that, and grit.
Kevin, here's my concern with Rattler. I worry that he's a lot like me in this sense. I can only do one thing at a time. I can only do one thing at a time. Like, he can either not take sacks and, like Andrew says, throw the ball 3 yards at a time, or he can take downfield shots and hold on to the ball, but he's going to get sacked like 3, 4, 5 times. Like, I worry that he's not going to be capable of like putting those two things together, of like, don't take sacks and throw the ball down the field. That's the sense I got from him in watching his 8 starts. Is that completely unfounded by me?
No, it's not unfounded. I'll feel more comfortable going along with that. You'll have to excuse me, the allergies. I'll feel more comfortable with that probably after the next, I don't want to say the Niners game, because the way the Niners injury report's looking.
We'll get to that.
You know, I know. We'll get to that. So I would say probably, again, I think after the 5th game of the season, if Rattler gets through the first 5 games, I feel very comfortable making a judgment call at that point and saying, shut the book, put it on the shelf, let's forget it exists. You know, put it next to the baby photos and the graduation photos that you only look at once a year, and that's it.
How close am I to another shot? Because I'm trying to decide if I get another drink or not.
$79.
No, just get the other drink. Don't be a wuss. Ralph, remember when you said Chuck was going to be the starting quarterback for the Saints?
I do. That was almost as bad as saying every sack the Saints defense get, I'll do another shot.
Hey, isn't it time for you to do another shot, Ralph?
It is, but
probably
Hard Hide Strawberry Whiskey is a strawberry flavored whiskey blended with aged wheat whiskey, American light whiskey, Cocktail and Sons, strawberry and lemon syrup, fresh strawberries from Jonesdale Farm in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. It's 86 proof. The whiskey is blended and bottled at the Sugarfield Distillery in Gonzales, Louisiana. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidewhiskies.com. Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey. They're supporting Saints Happy Hour all football season long. So support the people who support the show. Grab a bottle of Hardhide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey today. Buy it. Tag them on your socials, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, all of them. They love it. Show them that you support them. So this is shot number 4. Here we go. It's really good. The peach is, Kevin, the peach is like really good. Like it mixes tremendous.
Who's typing?
I don't know.
Oh, that's me.
Thomas,
Sorry.
Give us a donation update.
All right, so Schmengi, our Canadian friend, is still in the lead with 36.2. Buckaroos Rat Pack, second place with $20. And also K-Man, the first time donator in the third place, also with $20. We are $79 away, guys, from the second.
I am ripped to the tits.
This is a once in a lifetime occasion, guys, to make Ralph puke after those 4 hard hide shots.
The mailbag is in jeopardy. Kevin,
have you done all 5?
I have one more to do. I'll do it when we start the mailbag, or I'll do it right before we do game predictions. Kevin, in honor of your 45th birthday, Cam Jordan and Demario Davis had old man renaissance Sunday in the Dome. Cam Jordan had a sack and a half. Demario Davis just turned back the clock. Demario Davis looked like the best off-ball linebacker in the NFL. He's 36. Do you believe in the old man renaissance that we saw Sunday with the Saints defense?
No, I do not believe. I'm still rooting for it, but just call me an old man Renaissance well-wisher. not a believer. I am not a true believer. I just look. How many sacks does Cam Jordan need before he crosses whatever that magic threshold is for the Hall of Fame?
He's top 20 now in all time.
He's
I think
top 20 all time. Like he's there. I think he's there. I think Cam Jordan's getting in the Canton. I really do. Not first ballot, but he's going to be on TV and he's going to be amazing on TV, and that helps.
I've got the all-time sack. Okay, the official list I have, not the unofficial list. Let's see. The only guys that are not, I'm assuming that the cross here means Hall of Fame. Yeah, okay. Terrell Suggs, not yet in the Hall of Fame. John Abraham, not yet in the Hall of Fame. Leslie O'Neal, he's been retired for 26 years, not in the Hall of Fame. Von Miller, still active, right?
He'll be in the Hall of Fame.
And then you get to Cam Jordan and Robert Mathis, each with 123. So Dwight Freeney, Robert Mathis retired in 2016. So Dwight Freeney and Derek Thomas have 125.5 and 126.5 respectively, and they're both in the Hall of Fame. Ricky Jackson had 128. He's in the Hall of Fame.
He might need more.
So what do you think? 130? Or do you think he has to get to one?
I think he's in, and the reason I think he's in is, the voters are Hall of Famers and former NFL players, and I just think Cam Jordan has the ultimate respect because everyone knows he's a 4-down player and he's been excellent in his career against the run. And I just think I have to believe that guys look at him differently than the explosive pass rushers. So I think of Mathis, John Abraham, some of these guys that you could arguably say they were more explosive off the edge. and more just like sack specialists than Cam Jordan, I would probably give them that. But if you were to tell me, like, are they a more complete defensive end than Cam Jordan? I would say no effing way. And the voters are people that know football, and I would say anyone that knows football, like those guys do, are going to vote for Cam Jordan over those guys. And I think
I'll tell you this.
I don't think he has to do anything else. This is all I see on the cake.
I'll tell you this. If Cam Jordan retires after this year, or let's say he's done after this year, and he gets elected into the Hall of Fame, he would be only the fourth defensive player, or I'm sorry, defensive. He'd be only the fourth guy on this sack list to have played their entire career with one team in the Hall of Fame.
Dave, here's my question to you about the old man renaissance. If I told you Cam Jordan is going to have 10 sacks and Demario Davis is going to have one of his seasons where it was like 18, 19, 20, 21, where he was arguably the best off-ball linebacker in football. If you got an old man renaissance, like the great dream goodbye, like we want, like Cam Jordan, you get 10 and a half sacks, you go off in the sunset. Demario Davis looks amazing, right? How much do you think that would move the win total for the Saints? Like if they're both really good.
Yeah, I knew you were going to ask me this. Not much at all. I hate to say it, but I really don't think it would move that much.
I don't think prime Demario and prime Cam together are saving this team.
I don't know about them, but would it move it over? Would you bet over? Would you bet the over 5.5, 4.5?
No.
I really don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Obviously, there's 9 other guys that have to be out there and play. And look, I think all of us were already.
I hate to put it this way, but like your quarterback, Spencer Rattler.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is like all of us, I think, have agreed that like the defense is not going to be the problem for the Saints team this season. It's the offense. It's going to be anemic. The defense is. I'm already expecting them to keep us maybe in a game or two. So no, I don't think them having great seasons. Surprisingly, I don't think that would move the needle much at all. I hate to say it.
I think it would.
It'd be fun to watch. It'd be great, but no.
Yeah, it'd be fun to watch. I think it might, because I think if you had 2 elite defensive players, I think it would raise the likelihood, Kevin, that the Saints would stumble into 6 wins.
A 10 sack season from Cam Jordan doesn't make him elite, though. Like that's just a good season for Cam Jordan. It's not an elite.
Yeah, but I mean it's 10 sacks and he's still really good against the run.
It's elite for him, but it's not elite for the league.
Fair, but like if Saints got a 10, if Saints
I don't know.
I
just hope that this game, if it was a flash in the pan, I'm just really thankful we got to watch Cam play at that level, because like that was just, I haven't seen him play like that in 3 years. And
Todd Grantham was a terrorist.
That game, watching Cam look like that was just amazing. And especially for him to get a sack, like what was that, the first or second drive? He gets a sack and he does the levels celebration, and it's just like, what year are we in? Is this like 2018? You know, so like that. Anyway, like that was really cool for him to make that play, and then he just balled out the rest of the game. And I don't know if this is a flash in the pan and we're not going to see it again, or if he's going to do this week in, week out. But man, I kind of hope so. Like I'm excited to see more.
I tell you what, if he gets,
do we think this is coaching?
If Cam Jordan gets to 8 sacks,
wow.
If Cam Jordan gets to 8 sacks and Demario Davis turns back the clock by a couple of years, I think Brandon Staley's getting some job offers in the offseason.
I don't know. I wouldn't go that, because the thing is, I think Kevin, this like to be a defensive coordinator in 2025 and get head coaching offers, your defense has to be really good and you have to win. And Brandon Staley's already failed once. I think
no. But here's the thing. You can say, but you can judge that by he was a head coach before and had some success,
Mm-hmm.
and then takes a quote-unquote demotion and takes two guys that were thought to be over the hill and washed, and he makes them look better, and the defense actually plays a little bit better than they did previously under the defensive-minded head coach. I guarantee you the spin is he should get another head coaching chance. And it would not surprise me.
He should, but will he? I don't know.
I can absolutely see that.
I don't know.
Brother, Dennis Allen coached the fucking Raiders, and then we gave him a chance.
Yeah, but that was weird.
And we all talked ourselves into it.
That was weird, though. He never got close to another job that wasn't the Saints, though. That was weird. All right.
Just telling you.
Yeah, we're the only idiots that would have done that. Like, that's not normal.
All right,
there are plenty of other dumb NFL franchises, I assure you.
I'll tell you what is normal, Andrew. I'll tell you what is normal, Andrew. Me being a terrible host and completely forgetting to remind people about the hotline last week during our season preview. I forgot to remind people about the hotline. We did it during the mailbag. We did it during the Sunday after the game. But Thomas, the calls were not plentiful, and Dave's baby was on a little bit of a life support. But we did get a couple of calls, and we do have a hotline for the people. That is correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so now remember, people, call the hotline. We'll put up the number after this. But Thomas, play the hotline for this week.
Yeah.
But one of these, you should preface it. One of these calls was from
July.
Yeah.
July.
From right
Glad to see
after.
hotline still
That is
working.
key. That is key. From right after our UDFA draft. It's about the UDFA draft. And the second one is from the always reliable Jason Champagne. So let's hear it.
It's time for this week's hottest takes from the Saints Happy Hour Hotline.
Gentlemen, it's Adam, the radio voice from the Eastern Shore of Maryland, and I had to call in the off season because I was listening to your UDFA draft. Ralph, happy you picked Marcus Yarns. Why? I'm glad you asked. Because the kid is from my hometown of Salisbury, Maryland.
Oh, wow.
That's where I'm calling you from. He is a high school Parkside Ram who worked his tail off. He got to Delaware, a D1 school where Joe Flacco went to school, worked his tail off, and now he's in the NFL. Let's go, Marcus Yarns. Go Rams, go Hens, go Saints. Let's go Salisbury, Maryland representing in New Orleans. Who that?
You guys know I love y'all, so that's a foregone conclusion. Ah, man, what a disappointing end. And, you know, I think we got out of Juwan Johnson what we've come to expect from Juwan Johnson. Man, you're a freaking NFL tight end. You got to maintain possession of the ground there. You know, after we got completely robbed on a catch by the officials saying it was bobbled or whatever the hell, we have an opportunity there at the end to tie it up and go to overtime. Yeah. Juwan, you got to hold on to the goddamn ball. Had that been Taysom Hill, we're in overtime right now. Anyway, you know, I'm somewhat relieved. I think they did better than I expected. They don't look like a total embarrassment, and maybe they'll just continue to get better as the season goes on. You know, I'm just going to say it right now. Who dat, baby? Let's go Saints.
You know, thanks to Jason and Adam from Eastern Shore for saving the hotline. Next week, you'll be better. It's first week. We got to get, the Saints, they got to get the kinks worked out. They got to get the penalties. They got to get cleaned up. We'll get the hotline cleaned up. We'll get it rolling.
832-779-3820. That's 832-779-3820. If you don't have it, put it in your phone now in your contacts list under Saints Happy Hour. That way, after the game, during the game, before the game, months after the game, whenever you want to call us, you'll have the number in your phone and it'll be ready and you can call us. I have two comments to make. One is about the hotline. Adam, I'm sorry that we didn't get to play yours until now. That didn't age very well. It aged like milk, in fact. And then to the second, Jason Champagne mentioned how they overturned the catch. is it just me, or like it really pisses me off when they're doing the game, everything's on track. The Saints make the play, they make the catch, or so it seems. The refs call it a catch. They do nothing. The teams line up for the next play, but they stop it because they get a call from New York, from the headquarters, saying, "Hey, wait, look at that play." Why does this piss me off? Because where the hell was that on the no call? Like,
that's right.
Like, to me, like New York should never ever, like, the Saints should be the one team that if New York catches something that the refs didn't catch live on the field in the Superdome, the Saints should be the one team you don't call. Like, you're gonna overlook that because that didn't happen back in 2019, whenever the hell freaking year that was. I choose not to remember it.
But that play wasn't reviewable. A catch.
I understand. But what pisses me off is that obviously there is a big brother eye in the sky that is watching all of the games all of the time, and they know what's right and they know what's wrong, and they chose violence. They chose incorrectness. they chose being on the wrong side of history willingly.
I think the NFL
I hate it when they stop a game, when the refs fuck up and they stop a game and they say, "Wait a minute, you guys fucked up." Like, where was that? Where was that when we needed it?
My thing is, I don't really have a problem with them reviewing it because, yeah, like, sure, go get the call right. How was that overturned? Like, how did they call that a no catch? There was nothing on camera. I mean, I don't know if he has some secret camera angle that I'm not privy to, but on the broadcast, when you watched it from 4 different angles and they replayed it like 7 times, there was nothing there. There was absolutely nothing that that suggested that was not a catch. I could not believe they made that call.
I think the NFL likes to keep us guessing as to what a catch is. I think it amuses them, and I think they like.
Which one was this again? I'm trying to remember because I'm trying.
Olave wanted to end.
This was on the last drive of the game, 2-minute drill, and Olave had a catch over the middle. We ended up getting a first down anyway.
And what they said,
it wasn't the worst thing in the world because it stopped. Yeah, it stopped the clock. So I don't think it had a material impact on the game. It's just he definitely caught it. It was definitely a first down.
It kills a little bit of the momentum. All right, so now we got to get to the mailbag. The Saints Happy Hour viewer questions are brought to you by Hard Hide Ponchatoula Strawberry Whiskey and Chilton County Peach Whiskey. You can pick up a bottle wherever fine spirits are sold in Louisiana, Mississippi, Texas, and Tennessee. To learn more and to find a location to get a bottle near you, go to hardhidewhiskies.com. Shot number 5. The Astros are blowing it. My wife is losing her mind.
Again?
Again, they're blowing. Yeah.
Ralph, you're a good man. You're a man of your word.
I can't see who's making that comment, but somebody in the thing is saying they showed the correct angle in the dome and it hit the ground. Yeah, see, that's the thing is I that's what I remember too. I remember not being surprised that they overturned it because I don't know what you guys saw on TV, but yeah, I remember seeing a replay in the dome and being like, okay, I see why they overturned it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, I did not see that.
I saw that.
Yeah, no, I get it. You may not have.
All right, so Thomas, what's first up with the?
He's drunk already. Can I play the music?
Ralph, seriously, Ralph looks like he has a sheen on his face.
Yeah, Ralph, where are you? Where are you right now?
Also, before I play the music,
Who am I?
I'm not fully here. I can tell you that.
Before I play the music, I gotta apologize. It wasn't Jason Champagne, the second caller. Jason Champagne himself told us in the chat that it wasn't him. I think I confused him with Errol. I think that would be my guess. Let's play the music.
To answer Danny D's question, I actually did see plays. I saw many of the plays. I saw all the plays in the first half. And then I actually did catch a lot of the plays in the fourth quarter because even though I was supposed to be at work, the goofballs that at NASCAR that sent me online credentials to attend this race in Illinois sent me online credentials that wouldn't load on my phone. And then they closed the credential office, so I couldn't get physical ones. So I ended up having to drive all the way back to my work from Madison, Illinois.
Cool story,
So
bro.
make sure your shit works, NASCAR. Please and thank you.
It's weird. It's funny. Like, do people in St. Louisians, do they seems like they spend a lot of St. Louisans. It's St. Losers. It seems like they spend a lot of time crossing multiple state borders. Like you seem to spend a lot of time in Illinois, in Missouri, in Kansas. It's does that call what?
Well, we are centrally located. We are.
Yeah, you are. So does that cause any
big there?
No, I'm not talking about NASCAR. I'm just talking about life in general. Like, does the fact that you're crossing multiple state borders on a regular basis, does that cause any type of problem, or is there any advantage to that?
I mean, well, Kansas is about 280 miles away from St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis. Yeah.
Kansas is on the other side of the state. Like we're right on the border with Illinois.
Oh, I thought you always talk about like the tri-state area.
No. It's actually called the bi-state. Before weed became legal in more places, Illinois only had it legal over there. So people would drive to Illinois
there you go.
to get their legal weed. Gas in Illinois is far more expensive.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, by probably a good quarter to 30 cents more expensive per gallon. It's pretty wild.
Wow,
Okay.
we're talking
All right, moving on.
Gas.
Yeah.
Pivoting. Thomas, what's the first question for us?
All right. So first question, which I saved from the chat earlier, from Vince77. He asks a Kevin question. Which is Kevin's favorite date foods. 1. Gyros. 2. Poke bowls. Or 3. Italian tapas.
Hit the timestamp on this one. This is a Hall of Fame level question.
Yeah.
This is a Hall of Fame level question. In 5 years, we're doubling back.
I'm not sure this can be topped.
And this is getting the gold jacket. This is a gold jacket level question.
Call back to multiple food mispronunciations by Kevin.
Honestly,
or misunderstanding.
Ralph, end the podcast. Shut it down. that wins for the evening. It's over. We really should end the show right there.
I
just like the way he spelled gear. I like the way he spelled gyros. I thought it was a cereal when I was reading it. It sounded like a breakfast cereal.
Yeah,
gyros.
Like a car themed breakfast cereal.
Gyros now with more riboflavin.
Anyway,
I'm picking Italian tapas. I have a pretty good track record with Italian tapas.
There you go.
What's next?
Like a story.
What's next?
All right. Next question from Saints Rabbit, a long one from the usual suspect. He asks, no matter how terrible the Saints can be, how grateful are you to be a fan at the end of the day? When you look around at the alternatives and see color combinations like teal and orange, people falling on plastic folding tables, or grown men wearing gigantic fake pieces of cheese as hats.
This is a terrible question. This might be the worst Saints Rabbit question ever.
Falling through tables.
I love this question. I love this question.
No, this might be the worst question ever. One because we're just coming off of the abomination of beige uniforms. So he's teal and orange right now. Stop.
You didn't
Stop.
like the look. I thought
I'll take teal and orange any day.
I thought it was the best part of the game on Sunday. How the Saints
Oh
looked.
God, they ruined the black helmets.
I don't like
the
gold.
helmets are great. They ruined the black helmet. They look what they did to my boy.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Never seen the movie.
Listen,
and then
Listen, in the off season, we are doing a live watch along podcast of The Godfather Part 1. I don't care if the pod takes 3.5 hours to record because we have to stop and talk, but we're going to do a lot. We are going to, you can timestamp this, Tomas. We're going to do a live watch along of The Godfather with Dave.
I'm in.
Check the timestamp on this.
All right, people falling on plastic folding tables. Have you ever seen those videos? You ever see the smile on those people's faces when they're doing that? Yeah, like what's the problem? There's no problem there. Look, I'm sorry, and that this is to say nothing of the product on the field, because I am none too pleased with that. Okay, there are a lot of other franchises that I am envious of right now. If we're talking about product on the field, so sorry, Saints. I'm just not even.
Miami's not one of them.
No, they're not. Neither is Carolina. But I just can't buy into the premise of this question. I'm sorry, I just can't buy into
listen, I'm thankful. Look, I'm thankful to be a Saints fan. It was incredibly enjoyable to take my son to the game. I'm trying to make a 10-year-old kid a Saints fan when the Saints are pretty awful is challenging. So it was great fun. He was excited to meet Gumbo. He was excited about the drunk Dallas Cowboy fan in the bathroom with the Dez Bryant jersey, insulting Saints fans while Saints fans reminded him that the Cowboys are still the Cowboys. He enjoyed that very much. So I was thankful. Like, it was a great.
And he's not even at the right game. Like what
That's right. He was, and he's like, he wasn't even wearing like a CD Lamb jersey. He was wearing a Dez Bryant jersey. The funniest thing though,
I would rather. Actually, not even rather. I am grateful
You would Rattler?
No, hang on. I am grateful that I am not the type of guy to wear a jersey of a team that is not even playing to a completely different game.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That is, I've seen that a number of times, and it always pisses me off.
Horrific. Like, what do you do? Like, what are you doing, guy? But
also Saints Rabbit, like cheese. Like I want to drape myself in velvet and eat cheese off the block, straight off the block, like Costanza,
and dip it in sugar.
Here's why I appreciate this question is it centers me back to reality. You're gonna have good seasons. You're gonna have bad seasons. But I've been a Saints fan for as long as I can remember. And when I was young, I was told by all the previous generation, just give up. They're never going to amount to anything.
That's right.
And I stuck through that. And on the other side of that, I got to witness a Super Bowl in my lifetime. And like, to me, it's just a reminder that anything from here on out is gravy. And obviously I hope for success, but you know what? Like, it's not even about like how far they go anymore for me. It's just enjoying them every Sunday. And I try, especially now, like I have to remind myself of that because the team legitimately sucks right now, right? So just the celebration of New Orleans and the community and the food, and it's just like it's part of like a community thing every Sunday, and it's just like so embedded in my life, my family's life. Like we commit to watching it every Sunday. My son's super into it, so like, dude, it's like it still gives me goosebumps. I love it. So no regrets.
Just this year, I was entertained for 3 hours. It was worth the flying in. It was fun. That's what I want. Like, give me 12 or 14 Sundays like we just had, and I can live with the results, whatever happens. Thomas, what's next?
All right, final question of the show from Illinois, the Canal Street Chronicles OG. I don't know if Dave remembers or not. He asks.
I remember him, yeah.
And Stu.
I remember Stu. I can't believe you remember Stu. I can't believe we're even talking about Stu right now.
I mean, Stu's a legend. Come on, man. Kyler was allegedly experiencing chronic diarrhea in the middle of the night before Sunday's game. Whose performance on Sunday matched Kyler's intestinal issues?
Wait, okay, so I had a question that we never got to earlier. I wanted to ask it, and that we got off track. My question was going to be, Kyler got food poisoning. Which restaurant did he eat at that gave him food poisoning? Which New Orleans institution did he eat at that gave him food poisoning?
You're ruining the mailbag, man. I had it ready for them after.
That is low-hanging fruit. Come on, that is low-hanging fruit.
Come on, man. I saved it for the mailbag.
Oceana Grill.
If the Saints had won, would the fan who got Kyler Murray food poisoning, would he have been the MVP? That's the question, I think.
Right, but here's the thing. Kyler Murray, I don't know, he got sacked 5 times, okay, but he was 21 of 29, threw 2 touchdowns, no picks. His quarterback rating was 108.8, and he rushed 7 times for 38 yards. I mean, and his team won.
He kind of
he wasn't.
The kids would say he low-key cooked us.
That's right.
He didn't undercook us. There was nothing undercooked because he didn't have food poisoning.
By the way, I texted y'all this, but on the Sunday night football game, that who was doing it? Oh, Tony Romo and Jim Nantz or whatever. And they were like, oh, he got a gain of 6, maybe 7 yards there, and they said 6, 7, and they made a 6-7 joke.
Yeah, and Jude responded to you immediately like you waited all day to chime in on something, and that's what you chose to say.
That's what you did.
Ralph's like, who's in for the podcast at 5? I'm like, I'm not saying anything.
6, 7.
You were dark. You had gone radio silent all day until
If I can, I would have told you, and if I couldn't make it. So.
Yeah.
But you could tell us 6, 7.
All right.
So I tell you what, I'll answer the question. I'll try and give a legitimate answer. I will say Brendan Cooks. 3 catches, 26 yards. For being number 2 on the depth chart.
I gotta say, Brandon Cooks on that tunnel screen hit the hole and ran forward like I have never seen him do in a Saints uniform. I don't know what he learned
to do the tunnel
playing
screen right.
I don't know what he learned playing with the Rams and the Cowboys and whatever else in the Patriots. I know he's bounced around but traded a bunch, but the dude knows how to hit a hole and go forward now. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah.
Was Spencer Rattler number 15 last year?
Was he? Great question. I don't know.
Yeah, I was sitting there watching the game with my son. He was like, wait, Spencer Rattler's number 2? And I was like, he's always been number 2. No, he wasn't. He was number 15. And then he was like, and so-and-so wasn't this number. He's this number now. And I'm like, I had no idea. I was getting schooled by my son on
numbers.
On Saints,
Speaking of numbers.
Saints facts.
Speaking of numbers, Dave.
The Saints be used to getting schooled on Saints facts by
the Saints are hosting the San Francisco 49ers this week, and the line Sunday afternoon was 7, but Brock Purdy is hurt.
Did it drop to 6?
It dropped to 4.5. It's currently.
Is it 6, 7?
6, 7. No, it's 4.5. So Thomas put up the predictions from last week. Let's see how things are going.
All right, so the results are the Juge Empire is up to a good start again. The evil Juge Empire. He predicted the Saints score, and also he predicted the Cardinals to win. So plus 4 points for that. Also plus 1 point for Kevin for predicting the Cardinals win. For the fantasy part, Juwan Johnson had a great game, plus 2 points for Kevin for that. Chris Olave also a decent game, plus 1 point, and Ralph, you know, the usual for you. The usual, unfortunately.
Guys, like,
And I didn't get anything or lose anything. I'm just even.
me running circles around you guys like a story as old as time.
But hey, it's a long season, and we just started.
I mean, let's.
All right,
I
so
mean,
let's pump the old brakes on that.
All right, so
do you want to call it now? Do you want to call the race now and save these guys?
I sent out. If you're not a patron, you should join Patreon so you can get on our Discord.
Patreon, yes,
because on Discord during the game, I was posting. It was like a catalog. It was like a calendar. I did a whole 12-month spread of photos of Torricelli Simpkins just standing there on the sideline, not doing anything, and holding his helmet in his hand. Yeah.
The sun never sets on the Jewish
He's
Empire.
really contributing. Yeah. Really contributing.
Here's the thing, Thomas. Like, it's too easy against these guys. It's like the old adage: in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. Like, that's what's going on here. It's
like escaping from Orleans Parish prison. Too easy.
That's
LOL.
right. That's right.
So Thomas, I have to go first.
One of those guys still hasn't been caught. I gotta admit, I think I'm rooting for him at this point.
San Antonio Saints says they're gonna crush the Niners. Oh, all right.
Yeah, we'll see. Listen,
and also we're almost to 50-50 on are you a Rattler or Shock Stan. 46% Rattler stans, 54 Shock stans.
What would you have done? What would you have done if for that last drive in the game on Sunday they put Shuck in? Just for that last drive. I'm serious, because the thought crossed my mind. Crossed my mind.
It didn't cross my mind.
We need Taysom.
It crossed mine.
I wonder if they'd have gone for 2 if they'd have scored.
Dave.
I wonder.
Dave.
I think they would.
Rattler was 18 last season.
18.
So he did change numbers. Okay.
Yeah.
So
young.
Here's the thing. This game is tough to predict because we don't know if Brock Purdy's going to play. We don't know if Juwan Jennings is going to play. George Kittle is not going to play. The 49ers.
I thought Brock Purdy was definitely not playing.
Well, so
he's not officially ruled out, Purdy.
So the Saints may get to face Bama Chad Henning, aka McCorkle Jones. By the way, I am never right about predicting.
It's Chad Henne, Ralph, not Henning.
Henne? Bama Henne.
Yeah.
I've
Chad
never
Hennessy.
I can't predict what quarterbacks are good or bad. I was so right on Mac Jones. I was terrified the Saints were going to get him, and he's terrible. And the Saints have wrecked him twice. They have every start against the Saints, he throws a pick 6. So, like, if the Saints can face McCorkle Jones, I want to feel good about it. And I think the vibes are going to be great going into the game Sunday. And people are going to be like, we're going to play San Francisco. We're going to play Mac Jones. And they're injured. And it's going to be great. And the vibes are going to be awesome. And then I think the worst fears that we had this past Sunday are going to happen. I think San Francisco, they're better than Arizona. They're better coached. They have a better defense. And I think Mac Jones is better than I think Mac Jones is a better passer than Kyler Murray. And I think those mistakes the Saints got away with Sunday, they won't get away with. I think it's going to be ugly. I think it's going to be 21-7 San Francisco. I think it's going to be very, very ugly. And we're going to be closer to Shuck than we've ever been after Sunday. I want to believe the Saints are going to be good, but we're just going to have weeks. We're going to have 5 or 6 weeks.
What do you mean we're going to be closer to Shuck? You saying so Rattler is on borrowed time. I got you.
Yeah, like Rattler's not going to Rattler. I don't think he locked the job down against Arizona, but he didn't do anything to make Shuck closer to starting. I think he's going to be bad Sunday. I think San Francisco Sal is going to hammer him. I think we're going to see the Shuck that we saw last year. Sacks, fumbles, turnovers. I think it's going to be bad. 21-7 Saints. are going to lose. Thomas, I don't remember my MVP. Who did I pick? Oh, I picked Neal, the running back. That's right.
Yeah, Ralph is really going to make some headway with that pick.
Ooh, I'm really drunk. It's a lot of booze. I've been drinking a lot of booze.
Yeah,
the Astros
Valley
lost. My wife is cursing. And
Neal this week.
Astros blew a 3-0 lead. My wife is despondent. It's all bad.
Devin Neal's probably gonna get 2 touches or something like that.
Right.
He's still in the Kansas uniform. He's in the blue uniform. That's how much of a struggle it was for Thomas to find a pick.
Dave, what's your pick?
Oh, it's going to be my turn. I guess that since I'm bringing up the rear here. In the interest of honesty here. Yeah, that's what she said. That doesn't make sense. In the interest of honesty here, I'll share a little behind the scenes. It was actually this wasn't. Not only was this behind the scenes, it was behind the scenes because it was. I said this in that 30-second period between when we stop recording the pre-show and when we start the real show, when it's not getting recorded. I had no idea this game was in the Superdome and that I had to go to this on Sunday. I thought this was in Santa Clara, fucking California. Dylan, we're going to a Saints game on Sunday. So that being said, doesn't really change anything about my pick. It really doesn't. I think I had, pull it up there, Thomas, because I already forgot.
Oh, you
but
also
I'm not
forgot.
All
right.
Yeah, we're going. Saints games, Niners, Sunday, noon.
Okay.
I didn't even know.
Clear
I
your
thought it was in
schedule.
California.
Little pair.
Where did we go? Oh.
Little pair.
So I've got.
Tell him to record horizontally next time, man.
He doesn't think he's Gen XYZ. They don't
fucking mush brain, man.
Yeah, they don't know. Anyway, I've got the Niners winning this one for sure. I don't even think it matters who's playing quarterback. I'm not expecting Purdy to play quarterback. They haven't ruled him out apparently to Andrew and Ralph, but I don't know. I think he's all but out for this game. And but regardless, I'm not that optimistic. I don't think it's going to be crazy high scoring. None of these teams going to blow anything out of the water. I'm going Niners 24, and I've got the Saints with 17. So I guess they'll score 2 touchdowns somehow, some way. And my player of the game, I'm going. Look, Kevin went to the well last week. I'm going to the well this week. I'm hoping Juwan Johnson is going to have a little something for me. So I'm going to go with Juwan Johnson now. This is part of my plan. I've got other guys that I'm planning on picking later in the season as they get more acquainted and familiar with the system and as other people get injured. So while he's here, I'm going to take Juwan Johnson.
All right, Kevin, you're up.
After seeing the tweets talking about the injuries and things earlier, I had sent Tomas my prediction, I believe yesterday, and I amended it.
Wow.
After, yeah.
What?
Yeah. I amended it this afternoon. So after seeing all the injuries to the Niners, I tweeted earlier today, and Ralph quote tweeted it, and a couple of chuckles here and there. First 1 to 12 wins, and Ralph said 12 what? So my prediction is Saints 13, the Niners 13, the Saints 9.
Wow, that's disgusting.
Yeah,
I guess you're picking Blake Grupe as your player of the game.
Actually, no. I am picking Rashid. I'm picking Rashid Shaheed.
How? Why?
He's gonna have 150 yards and no TD.
No, I think Rashid Shaheed is actually going to catch a touchdown.
So the Saints get a safety.
No, I haven't decided whether the Saints are going to go for 2 and miss, or if the Saints are just going to screw up the extra point.
Yeah.
Got it.
All things are possible.
Yes, all things are indeed possible. Look, I would like to be wrong. I would like, I would like, even if it's an ugly game, I would like the Saints to still win.
Yeah. I mean, Mac Jones versus Spencer Rattler is the stuff they show the terrorists in Gitmo. I mean, let's be honest about what we're watching here.
Please, McCorkle. I thought we were calling him McCorkle. Is that really his name?
Yes.
I'm going to look that up, Dave. He said that with a little too much confidence.
Well, he was in the middle of drinking hard-eyed. In the middle of drinking hard-eyed peach whiskey.
Okay.
Drunk it.
His name is Michael McCorkle Jones.
Oh, it's worse. His middle name is
Michael
McCorkle.
McCorkle Jones.
McCorkle.
He's Mick McCorkle.
So
Mick
this guy
McCorkle
could
Jones.
this guy
Mick is a nickname for Michael.
No, Mike. This guy could have gone.
I know, but
Mike Jones. This guy could have been Mike Jones in college.
Yeah. He's Mike McCorkle
and
Jones.
opted to be Mac.
He's Mike. McCorkle
Get
Jones.
lost. Get lost. You have an opportunity to
you don't love the name Mac?
To be strutting around campus being Mike Jones.
You don't love the name Mac? Wasn't that the name of the alien in that great 80s movie? The Explorers or whatever. What movie was it?
Mac. No, you're thinking of Mac and Me.
Yeah, Mac and Me. There you go.
Yeah.
Harry and the Hendersons?
Mac and Me. That's a great with Paul Rudd.
Right. Paul Rudd.
Hey, we're almost a 50-50 between Rattler and Shock Stans. That's fucking unbelievable. We were at like 20-80
I would
at
not.
the start.
I would have expected Rattler to win that on Twitter, but with our
I
audience,
think we're in the middle of an Andrew pick. Are we in the middle of an Andrew pick?
I don't think we started.
We are. Give it to us,
guys.
Andrew.
I'm gonna go with a clean sweep here. I like the 49ers as well. I think Dave is correct that they'll score 24. I don't care who plays quarterback for them. I don't think they're going to have problems moving the football and putting points on the board. I think Dave is way too generous on the point total for the Saints. I'm with Ralph and Kevin. I expect about 10 points on this defense. I mean, we all have the Saints scoring under 20. So, not a whole lot of faith in the offense. But I tell you this. I will take Spencer Rattler. I will burn my quarterback MVP card because I don't think Rattler is going to last that long as a starter. So I feel like I have to
use it or lose it.
Oh, so you're a Shock Stan.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I feel like I'm hedging that I've got to use my quarterback stats while they're still in play because I think I'm going to get an opportunity to use Shuck down the road. So I'll use Rattler now.
San Antonio saying the big
you want to lock that
Rattler Stan.
I don't think we can lock it in anymore. I don't think that's
we're not doing that. That's just the joke. That was the joke. Thank you.
And if you call it audible, he'll penalize you. There it is. So Thomas, recap the MVP winners.
All right, damn, you took me for a spin, Rolfie. I need to switch the graphics and shit, so it's gonna take a while, but thanks, man.
Remember to DM Thomas on Discord so you can tell us what to write on the whiteboard. We haven't used the whiteboard in a while.
Should we discuss the NFC South, the other teams of the NFC South, real quick? I mean,
I really like your. I really like your Jonas Sanker fathead, Ralph, by the way.
He's going to be starting, your boy. He's going to be starting at safety because Blackman tore his labrum
Add that to the Jonas Sanker mention column, Dave.
There you go. It's higher than the undrafted free agent. So far, Jonas Sanker is leading the undrafted Simpkins towards Shelly Simpkins.
Yeah, I think we should keep a running tally of mentions between Simpkins and Sanker, and right now it's 1-0. Sanker's up.
Thomas,
right. It's a competition. It's a competition, and the only loser is all of us for having to hear it.
Thomas, recap it, and then we'll talk about the NFC South, Dave.
All right, so as you can see, we are now on a 109-week donation streak. That's amazing. Only 47 weeks to go for Ralph's crippled run. Thanks to everyone who pitched in.
Run.
even the little amount, thanks to Aldi Marino, to Hudat Golfer, to San Antonio Saint, to K-Man for the first time donation.
All right.
To Rat Pack for also the first time donation. And to the MVP, the inaugural MVP of the 2025 NFL season with 36.2 buckaroos.
Please
Who
don't be
is,
Oppenheimer.
or should
Please
I
don't be
say,
Oppenheimer.
50 Canadian buckaroos?
Nice.
It's Schmengi! Congratulations!
By the way, thanks to everybody for donating. By the way, I want to thank Cajun Sands, Dave, for becoming a Hall of Fame level patron.
What did he do?
I'm super excited that he became a Hall of Fame level patron, paid it all up front. But Dave, I will admit, my feelings are a little hurt because as a Hall of Fame patron, he gets my cell phone number and he can text me and call me, and he hasn't reached out yet.
What?
And he hasn't reached out, and it hurts my feelings a little bit.
That's what you get for the big bucks, man.
That's what you get. You get
full access.
I actually think that's a boss move, that he would get your cell phone number as part of the perk and then not text it. That's incredible. That actually makes it even better. Yeah,
you've been cucked, Ralph. You just admitted on air to being a cuck.
What's funny is so we basically need different tiers. We need the 2,000 square foot shop tier, and it gets you access.
I'm not giving anybody my phone number.
It gets you access to something related to Dave.
You give them keys to your shop, Dave.
We need the God tier. We need the God tier, Juge tier. That
you can go on vacation to Turks and Caicos with Juge.
Only the 6 richest kings in Europe can afford to spend on. Like the guy whoever runs Monte Carlo. Whoever runs that tiny little country between Spain and France, like only they have the number for Juge. And then, I don't know, we've got the, hey, nice gams tier. And it's basically, my tier. I'll have a burner phone or something. I don't know.
Someone gets to date you. Someone gets to date the train girl.
You're in Dubai or wherever you're in the Middle East, but you didn't.
Yeah, no, that's it. If they donate a certain amount of money for my tier, they can come out with me to get some Italian tapas.
Oh my god!
Oh, heroes!
I would donate to that. I'm not gonna lie.
The train girl.
Are we done? I wanted to say something nice about Kevin on the way out. I wanted to say one nice thing about Kevin.
Before we get out of here, we got to talk about the NFC South. The Saints, they aren't the worst team in the NFL, and they're even the worst team in their own division. Carolina's still dreadful. Atlanta lost, but Michael Penix is good.
Atlanta's the last place in the division because they lost the divisional game. Tiebreaker, they're dead last.
Yeah, but Penix looks good. I don't like that.
Calm down,
so that was going to be one of my questions. Is like, are we worried about Penix? And then two,
he's good.
And two, like Bryce Young, like obviously last season he ended really hot, and seems like old Bryce Young is back. So are we good with Carolina? Are we
worse than ever?
Is Carolina back to being the NFC South? Stomping bitch or whatever that everybody's going to beat up on. And
Carolina, all the excitement and praise for them was that they almost beat the Chiefs, that they almost beat the Eagles. Like it was like they didn't do anything especially impressive. And
but Bryce looked much better, and like Bryce didn't lose games for them. And
I said that, and Andrew, I remember this clearly, even though I'm drunk. When I said Bryce Young was looking good, Andrew texted me when he was between jobs. He texted me in a rage. He's like, Bryce Young is vomiting out Derek Carr type QB games, and he was like, he tweeted out, he texted me all his QBR numbers or QB ratings, and it was like 80.1, 82, 84. And I was like, maybe you're right. Maybe Bryce Young is.
Well, I'm just talking about like
correct.
what the national media was saying. At the national consensus was. Maybe Andrew's right. Maybe he wasn't putting together great games, but the consensus was at the end of last season that like Bryce Young had maybe figured it out, and it was like time to start worrying.
He ain't figured out.
Look at his numbers, Dave. That's all.
Well, that's what I'm. Okay, all right. Well, that answers that question, and then obviously
go look at it. Go look at his stats and try again.
Dave, before I get out of here, say something nice about Baker.
And Baker Mayfield still looks dangerous.
Dave,
I have always respected Baker Mayfield. I feel like you guys have never respected Baker Mayfield.
I don't like Baker. I don't like him. It's not that I don't think he's good. Like, dude, like Tampa owns this division. They're already 1-0. Everyone else is already 0-1. Like, they're already running away with this again. Like, Tampa owns this division.
And they drafted a really good receiver. It's disgusting.
Pains me to hear that.
But Dave, say something nice about Kevin before we get out of here.
All right, and then we'll get out of here. All right. This actually isn't necessarily about Kevin, but it's about his situation and his circumstances. Oh, you're zooming in on me? I feel like you should zoom in on Kevin. I think that would be the better. Yeah. What I was gonna say is this is what I've noticed. This is what my astute observation here is. Him and Train Girl, they've been dating now for a little while. They've been together for a little while. I haven't. They're still together. But yet
Kevin
I haven't
Jr. on the
heard
way?
him say. I haven't heard him make any grand proclamations or get ahead of himself. And so I'm thinking, this feels like maybe we're onto something here. Yeah, because he's just like.
Oh, so it's gonna be over in a month.
What I'm worried about is the Kevin Love updates. They might be ending because maybe I'm worried he might have found love, and that's it.
Kevin
and
baby update.
Dave, do you remember his most recent text to us?
I do. You know what, Andrew? It's funny that you said that because as I was saying this, I did remember that, and I was like, wait a minute. I wonder if him and Andrew texting about on the side. That we weren't privy to.
They're freezing us out, Dave. They're freezing us out.
We could have followed up. We could have done our own. We could have checked in. We could have done whatever. I honestly, I was getting ready to, before you took it to the side, I was getting ready to make some, personal admissions just publicly, and I was ready to just rip it all off and just talk about it right there. But you decided to take it to quarantine it to a sidebar. So. I was like,
you still could have messaged me privately.
No. I know I could have, but my whatever advice I'm going to give is coming from a married person of 15, 16 years, and I don't know. It's different than what you're going through. I think. I don't know. I have no idea. But
different
okay,
offense.
well, maybe
different scheme.
Maybe I need to. I don't know. Maybe I need to rescind everything I just said.
Dave's running the veer.
I think you might.
Dave's running the veer.
Oh no! I'm sorry, Kev.
Dave's running the veer. Juge has a split back situation. Ralph is in the I formation.
That's right.
No.
Different schemes.
No.
Different schemes.
Me, shotgun, baby.
Kevin's gonna have to get. He's gonna have to get on Grindr.
All right, so everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the show and we made you laugh, consider supporting the show by going to patreon.com/Saints Happy Hour and becoming a Hall of Fame member. And you too could have my phone number and not text me. Give us a shot. Every little bit helps make the show a little bit better. And don't forget to follow us on the socials, wherever you get your podcast. Thanks to Dave, Andrew, Kevin, and Thomas, the best producer on earth, running the show back in Poland. Until next time, the bar is closed.
Running the veer.